Hey YouTubers, good morning. It's Rob Moffat. Guys, today we're going to be talking about the future of your savings and investments in the economic system of the whole world. Brought to you by a guy who makes sandwich toaster videos on YouTube. Yeah, that's right. You heard it right. A lot of people, by a lot of people I mean me, they wake up in the morning and they think about what's going to happen to their money in the bank. Because you keep reading stories about how we're going to have a central bank digital currency that's going to take all our money and transfer it into the government digital currency. And I want to talk about that in a minute, but also about all the other investments that are out there and how none of them are any good anymore. You know, a lot of people, they invest in bonds, but the bonds, if the interest rates go up, they're going to be worth very little. And a lot of people who have money in their pension plans are by law invested in bonds, so that's going to be a wild ride. Then we have economic decisions being made for insane reasons, like you have in Europe shutting down whole parts of the economy over green climate issues, where like you have the farmers in Holland, they're losing their land. They're the most efficient farmers on the freaking planet, and they're being told that because of environmental reasons they're going to have to shut down their farming. So you would make business decisions about what to invest in, and you'd have some crazy group that weasels its way into power, and then they change everything, so nothing makes any economic sense anymore. You invest in real estate, you're a sitting duck, because as the world's awash in debt, there's trillions of dollars. So I read there's like $1 quadrillion in derivatives out there, which nobody can explain to me what they are anyway. And most of these are tied up with the banks. And the banks, you think your money is in deposit, so you're first in line if something goes bad. But the creditors, the people who have those derivatives, get their money first ahead of you. So that's kind of frightening. Then you have people, well, you could invest in gold, which there's not enough gold out there in the world. It'd have to be worth an astronomical amount of money to cover all of the debt that is out there. And then when the people lost their money, it would be also, if the money did go over to gold, the people who are playing these financial shenanigans, they would have known ahead of time and already got all the gold at the good prices anyway. Same thing with silver. Also, you could have them like knock on your door, say you can't have gold anymore. Then we've got the blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. The blockchain is very seductive. It's beautiful, like a beautiful woman. And like a beautiful woman, you see a beautiful woman, you realize there is a God in the universe. And then you have the beautiful woman, you realize there's a devil in the universe. You know, cryptocurrency is one thing, blockchain is another. Blockchain is beautiful. Cryptocurrency, watch your back, watch your back. So, what in the world? I mean, people say, well, you know what? We should invest in collectibles. But I see Kenneth O'Leary pushing watches online. Nobody over the age of 30 wears a watch anymore. It's like they stopped wearing hats back in the 50s. So what the heck do you do? You know, you have real estate. The government says, well, you can't evict these tenants. Tell that to the bank that you owe money to. You know, or they come after you for the taxes because you're a sitting duck. There's no place for you to go, so you just walk away from it. So, what do you do? I was thinking about this. What did people do centuries ago for their economic system? And I'm here to tell you something that nobody else has talked about. And I'm going to be the first one on the internet to encourage you to invest in this particular financial asset. Centuries ago, the American Indians and other native people around the world, they had civilizations that lasted for thousands of years. And what did they invest in? Wampum. You know, wampum is the way to go. You know, it's green. It's very good for the environment because you don't want a bad environment because you lose your wampum. Gets people outdoors looking for it so they get some sunlight and vitamin D. And it's renewable so long as you take care of Mother Earth. And it's something that can't be counterfeited easily. And it's readily identified, and it will last for centuries without corroding. So if you want to get crazy, you could add like a little digital chip to make it a blockchain shell. But I just thought I'd let you know, the first on the internet, to let you know about the new economic system that could be developed around the world on something that's clean and low energy and available to everyone around the planet just about. We're talking about wampum. Seriously, what I think is going to happen is one day we're going to wake up. People say if you have trillions of dollars in debt, there's only two things you can do. You can either go on a default, or you can inflate the money to nothing so your debt isn't worth anything anymore. I think we're going to have both. We are going to wake up one day, the citizens, and they're going to have a digital currency. But then for outside transactions outside the country, you have the old currency. So all of those people outside the country won't have access to our digital currency. They'll be using our old dollars, which are going to be worth like toilet paper. And we'll just be able to tell them they should have bought our Ford Pintos years ago instead of squirreling that money away and having us pay interest on it. So I think we're going to have the government devalue our currency by transferring it over to a digital currency, giving them perfect control. If I was Mr. Burns from that television show, The Simpsons, Mr. Burns, the one with all the brains, all the money, and a warm, trusting, beautiful heart, that's what I would do. I would just have a central currency, digital, for the population to control them and to make sure they didn't go crazy when they lost all their money as you devalued. And for the people around the world, just say you can have your money paid back to you in these dollars that you like so much, that you have trillions of them. So I think that's what's going to happen. And I know that because I make sandwich toaster videos on YouTube and recommend people get in wampum at the ground floor. All right, guys, that's been the your financial news for today. All right, take care. Have a good year. I know I am.